Okay, what's happening, Facebook? How you guys doing today? I'm struggling with the lighting and the positioning and my phone, and I don't know. I'm kind of struggling to get this all right because I want to make sure the lighting looks good. I want to make sure you guys see me, you guys can hear me okay, and all that good stuff. So, let's get into it today. Hey, everybody, I'm Anthony Conklin. Welcome to the podcast. Speaking of podcasts, I want to talk to you guys about what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks. We're going to be kicking off a new podcast series. It's going to be called The Passionate Entrepreneur. And it really stemmed from a lot of conversations I've had with other entrepreneurs, but it really kind of stemmed from people that I met over the past couple of years. Back in 2016, I was working on 15 to 16, I was working on a platform called Blab. And Blab was sort of the first live streaming platform, and it gave me the opportunity to introduce people, share my story, but then also do what they call one-on-one interviews. So I'm going to kick off that series again, starting in the next 2 weeks. And I'm super excited about some of the entrepreneurs that have already agreed to come onto my show. Again, the podcast will be called The Passionate Entrepreneur. It's really all focused around entrepreneurs who really push their business forward using passion and purpose and building a bridge called Why. So I'm finally going to get it together. I want to say thank you to everybody who I reached out to who would give me some thoughts and advice on the platform we're going to use. I think we're going to go with BeLive.tv. I think we're going to go with some type of Facebook platform. Not really sure yet, but it's all in the making, but it's definitely happening this year. Again, look out for The Passionate Entrepreneur coming up in the next few weeks. So I opened up my stream with struggling with the lights. Actually, my I can't show you, but I have an Archon mount here, and it broke and it cracked. So I used some super glue to put it back together. I can't even use the selfie stick. It's just not working right. But I want to talk to you guys today about struggle. You know, they say the struggle is real, and that really means is that everything that you're going through, you're going to struggle with, right? In some form or fashion, whether you're really good at something or you're not so good at something, you're going to struggle with it. And the biggest thing that people struggle with are, at least in the sales profession, the entrepreneur profession, is people struggle with getting their message across. Okay. This is not a marketing podcast, guys, or a marketing video. This is just talking about getting your message across. And your message has to do with you as a person delivering the right words to the right audience. So most people struggle with trying to get their message across because A, they're not specific enough, and B, they don't talk about the customer, they talk more about themselves. So let me take you through a couple of things that I'm starting to learn about how I'm going to sort of reshape my message, but also it can help you reshape your message, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you work in sales or whether you work in your own business or whether you work for a big corporation. It's super, super important to make sure that your message is clear and that you are being very specific about what you do and why you do it. You ever notice when you walk into a situation, whether it be a family or networking situation, or like you're sitting in an Uber and the guy goes, "So what do you do?" And you come up with this complicated thing. "Well, I'm in the solar business, and I'm a speaker, and I'm an MC, and I kind of do all these things." So what I've done is I've actually taken this process put together by Donald Miller called The Branding Story, and I've actually put together what I believe is a really good one-liner for my sales consulting business. So I'm trying to minimize the struggle by when I meet people, when I introduce people, rather than saying go to my website, I say, here's what I do. Most sales organizations struggle with being consistent, pipeline management, and delivering on results. And most sales leaders have trouble coaching and managing their staff. I've created a process and strategy that can help leaders be better coaches, manage better, and have sales professionals deliver on their message or deliver on their promise to achieve quota, because that's why you hired them, and help you, the CEO, as the leader of the organization, focus more on growth, innovation, and profit margins. That's the message. So when you struggle, think about three things. What do people struggle with? Because if you think about it, the story is not about you, it's about the customer. It's about the other person. So stop talking about your logos, stop talking about your marketing slides and all your great social media status. And just let me pause for a second. I am not an anti-social media person. I'm pretty active in social media, but social media is not like my bloodline, right? It doesn't keep me alive, but it gives me an opportunity to deploy my message, deploy my content. So make sure that when you send your message out to your audience, that it's going to resonate with them and they're going to be able to understand, hey, I face that problem. That's something that this guy or this company can help me with. So you want to make sure that when you send your message is focused around, I am the person who is going to guide you. You're the hero, and we're going to be able to solve a problem for you. And a lot of people just struggle with that. A lot of people struggle. So I want you to think in terms of the 3 things when you are trying to get a message out. One is always, always, always. Here's the message. The first thing you want to do is always make sure that you identify a problem that the customer is having. You know, a friend of mine, a lot of friends of mine are in network marketing. And the problem with network marketing is that they say, yeah, I'm partnered with this company. Have you ever heard of it? And it has nothing to do with anything other than it sounds squirrely. It sounds a little speculative, a little squeamish. I think network marketers, you need to be a little bit more upfront about what you do. I think you need to create a message that resonates with people rather than saying, hey, I partnered with the ABC company and you want to come watch this video? You want to go sign up? You want to sign into my network marketing business so I can lure you in? No, you don't want to do that. You want to present your message as your one-liner. You know, so I'm not going to give you the one-liner for your network marketing. I'll let you figure that out. But remember, it has to have those three components. One is you got to be able to identify what is the problem you are trying to solve. And it's not your problem. You're solving a customer's problem. The second thing is you want to, hi guys, thank you for joining. Hello, Phyllis. Thanks for being here. One is identify the problem that you're trying to solve, which is the problem that the customer's having. 2 is what is it that you do specifically that resolves or solves or addresses that problem. And the third thing is, what's the result after the customer hires you, buys your service, buys your product? What are they going to get in return after hiring you? So again, the struggle is real, but the struggle shouldn't be so difficult. It should be, I need to struggle for a little bit once I identify the problem, what I do that resolves the problem, and the benefit or the result they're going to get from hiring someone like myself or my organization. And then your message is clear. Does that make sense, guys? So who's struggling with getting their message out? Who's struggling in sales to get appointments? Who's struggling in sales that they don't know how to get the message across to the end customer? And I don't care what business you're in. I don't care if you're in personal training, if you're in coaching or you're a therapist, whether you're a life coach or a business coach or a financial coach or real estate, it doesn't really matter. What matters is you getting your message across by reducing the friction between you and the client. Does that make sense? Reduce the friction, open up, relieve the strain and the challenges between you and the customer. Best way to do it is to tell a story based on the customer, not your story. Hope that was helpful, guys. Thanks for joining. Again, don't forget, coming up, I'm so excited about it. It's called the Passionate Entrepreneur Podcast, okay? Passionate Entrepreneur Podcast. I'll put the little notes here in the Facebook Live. Hope you guys are excited about it. It's coming real soon. For those of you that just came into the replay, thanks for coming back to the replay. Really appreciate it. My name is Anthony Conklin. I am a sales consultant, strategist. I help companies identify gaps in their organization, and I help them grow their sales team by identifying challenges and problems they have and helping them grow. And that's not my one-liner, but you can go back and listen to the replay and you'll get the one-liner. You can find me at theajcgroup.com, or you can check me out at anthonyjconklin.com for speaking or whatever you need. Just reach me right here. If you like this, share it out. There's someone out there that you know right now that's struggling to get their message out. Someone struggling to get their message across. Shouldn't be so difficult. The struggle's real, but it's not going to last forever. Until next time, you guys have greatness within you. Don't forget, live your passion every day, and I'll see you next time.